Hey, oozes and bunnies. This is a preview of the most recent Party Planning, an extra podcast that the Join the Party crew makes for our Patreon. If you want to listen to the whole thing, go to patreon.com/jointhepartypod. Check out this preview.
Hello, welcome to Party Planning.
Woo! I wish I had streamers or like some confetti to pop or something like that.
Oh, wait, for the viewers on video, let's see if this works.
Oh, it did
Welcome
work!
to Party Planning.
Mine doesn't do it. I don't know why yours doesn't. Mine doesn't. It doesn't work.
Do you have Mac?
Nope.
Well, that's why.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense then. That would make sense.
I love the idea that just all new computers do this.
I wish they did. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
Well, today I am dressed to the nines in my tails, in my black tuxedo with a giant top hat, but also covered in cobwebs because today we are doing a bracket, but not just any bracket, Julia. We are going to figure out which Halloween monster
Slasher movie character.
Slasher movie character
Mm-hmm.
is the most marryable, is the best marriage material, is the best husband, wife. What is there a gender neutral husband, wife?
Spouse?
Partner? Spouse?
Yeah.
Is the best spouse. We should come up with a new new word for that.
I like spouse.
Okay, that's fine.
I mean, that's just my hot take. There's already a gender-neutral option out there, Brandon, for married partner.
Yeah, but they have like, you know, it's an opportunity to come up with a cool new third thing, you know? It's like a husband, wife, and like...
Mega Shark.
Blade Runner is what I was gonna say.
I think Blade Runner is also pretty good.
Mega Shark is also great.
Mega Shark also pretty dope. So, I now pronounce you Mega Shark and Blade Runner is kind of a cool thing to say at a wedding.
If anyone does that at their wedding, please let us know.
Yeah, I need to see the film. I need to see it happen. So basically what we've decided to do, because as of this recording, it is the first day of October, so it is Halloween. Yesterday, I put up my 12-foot tall skeleton that I've waited 2 years for. He's outside now. Or sorry, she's outside now because her name is Skelly Duvall.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one.
Do you have a photo? Because I need to see this.
Yes, hold on. I have a picture of me. I forget you're not on Instagram, Brandon, because I posted it on Instagram, but 1 second. Going to my story.
I can look at your Instagram, I think, just on the internet. Unless yours is private, but...
No, it's not private. Here's me and Skelly Duvall.
Oh, look at that friend. God, so
it is
big.
Legitimately more than double my size. This is
awesome.
also my favorite photo, which is, hold on. It was me just with the pieces. And Jake goes, look up, and I just posed like that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's Halloween now. So what we've done is Brandon and I have created a 16 team bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon picked 8 and I picked 8.
Mm-hmm.
The vibes are very different, and you'll see that as we kind of go through this. But we'll get started, I guess. Here, I have our bracket here for us to keep track.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if this is going to be reversed or not once the camera
correct.
Goes up, but okay, cool. I'm seeing
me,
mirrored for me, so
gotcha.
It's all good. So, Brandon, do you want to just get started right away? Do we need any more preamble? Or...
Well, I was just gonna ask how you doing, how you feeling, and now that it's Julia's favorite month.
Oh, I'm empowered. It's not only my my like zodiac season, so it's Libra season now.
Ooh.
So I'm making more decisions, and I'm feeling confident about all of the decisions that I'm making. Mm-hmm. But also, it's Halloween. It's the spookiest month, and I'm so excited. Yeah.
What kind of candy do y'all give out on?
We're a chocolate house for sure.
Do you give out just like buy bags of small candy, or do you do full size? Do you do homemade?
We don't do full size, but we do. I may like take 3 And it's usually like I have Reese's, I have Crunch Bars, I have like the regular chocolate, like that kind of stuff. Like we were at the chocolate house, you know.
Yeah.
I would prefer to give out sour candies, but Jake is a chocolate boy, and you know, he's also the one has to stand in the yard for hours upon hours. So.
That's true. Yeah. Can I maybe this year, if I buy you a giant bag of Bit of Honey, can you just like sneak it in there?
Yeah, and then we'll just have Bit of Honey because none of the children are going to eat it. We'll have all the Bit of Honey and not a single Reese's. I will say, Brandon, I ordered something for Jake for his birthday from Sweetwater, which famously always sends candy with any order that you get.
And always Bit of Honey.
There's my Bit of Honey.
Yeah.
There it is. There's also a Bubble Yum, or a Double Bubble, which I haven't seen in forever.
Yeah, me neither.
And then a banana Laffy Taffy, which I should be straight in the trash.
No, banana's the best flavor.
You're wrong, but okay.
Is it banana flavor is based on the dead banana,
original
right?
banana flavor and not.
I was looking up if you could still buy those types of bananas, and you can.
They weren't all wiped out?
Well, like, you know, there's some seeds left, and like there's some very, very specialty websites that you can just like order them. But I think one banana was like $7 or something, and then shipping it was another like $50.
I thought you were going to tell me it was like $17 for a banana, and I would have believed you.
Yeah, I mean, like you can buy a bushel or whatever, like a you know, what do you call a group? What do you call a group of bananas? A split?
No, hold on. Is it not a bushel of bananas?
I don't know.
I think it's God.
It might be a Blade Runner of bananas. But yeah, one of those was like $120 or something.
I think it's just a bunch. It's called a bunch of bananas, right?
Yeah.
I'm just double checking that now.
There's a website called Miami Fruit that does a lot of like specialty fruit like that. Oh no, one banana, $17.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
It is actually 17?
It is $17.
Wow, look at me telling you the prices of specialty bananas. I should be on Specialty Prices Right, bitch. Wait, okay, we have to get to the point of this fucking episode. And also, what I wanted to establish before we got into the bracket itself is we are basing these off of how marryable they are, their marriage material of these. What's the definition of that for you, Brandon?
See, I think this is gonna be. I'm pretty like flexible.
Mm-hmm.
I think as long as you know it's like a stable household with someone I can rely on. You know,
it's gonna be a little tough for this this challenge, this category.
It's important that I like life is predictable when it needs to be, and then interesting when it is not, you know?
Well, when you say it like that, I do think that some of these might surprise you in terms of marriageable. I feel like I should be making the argument for each of these, and then you make the final decision.
I think we should just we'll have an argument. I think, you know, whatever you feel, if you feel passionately about one, then you can argue for it, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Cool.
But what's your criteria?
Can I bring them home to mom?
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching a lot of Love Island lately. And so I like have that in the back of my brain as we kind of go through this whole thing. And I'm like, well, like, you know, is this a kind of person that I would want to bring home to my parents, that I would want to like have try my grandma's enchilada recipe? That's something that someone said on Love Island.
This sounds just like a metaphor, like a sexy metaphor, all of it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mama is you and your grandma's enchilada is some sex toy you have.
Not what I would have gone for, but okay, sure. Okay, are we ready to get started with our first?
Yeah, let's do it.
Our first part. All right. So ironically, we sent each other these lists separately, and I just kind of gave like our 1-to-1 seed, our 2-to-2 seed, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one we have here is Ghost versus Ghostface.
Okay, so generic Ghost versus Ghostface.
The killer from the Scream movies.
The Scream movie, right,
yes.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, my favorite Halloween costume, that just gave me a light bulb moment. My favorite Halloween costume that I had when I was a kid was a ghost face mask that had one of those pumps that put like
Yeah, I
blood.
remember those, Brandon.
Yeah.
We're the same age. I remember those.
Yeah, they were fun.
I remember seeing those before I ever saw Scream. And I was like, don't like that. Not a big fan. And then I watched Scream and I said, I am in love with this. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I want to marry this man.
There's a couple that I would want to marry, and then a couple that I wouldn't.
Well, tell me about Ghostface, because I don't really know that much about him as a character.
I feel like I don't want to spoil it too much for people at home.
Oh, sure, yeah.
As to who Ghostface is, because that is kind of the plot of the movie.
Just tell me like his characteristics. Like, what are his like? What is he known for? What does he do? You know,
Ghostface follows the rules of horror movies.
Okay, so he kills virgins.
Yes,
and black people.
Exactly. So there's the rules. You never leave the group. Don't say I'll be right back. You don't like drink or do drugs, and you don't have sex. Mm-hmm. And if you do these things, then Ghostface gonna come at you.
So he's like a puritanical religious type.
Not really, though. Not really.
Is he like a murderous angel?
No, it's just God. I don't want to spoil it. If you don't want to be spoiled for Scream and you haven't seen this before, skip forward 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, basically the killer in Scream is actually two killers. They're both teenage boys who are like, I just wanted to like go fucking wild, and one guy was mad that his mom or rather his dad left his family for another character's mom. And it's kind of this whole revenge plot while they're feeding into this idea of like reversing the idea of what horror movies are.
Got it. So he's an incel. Got it.
Yes, basically. Basically he is an incel. That's not inaccurate.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cool. Okay.
That's the vibe. But also and again, this is spoilers for every Scream movie. Every Scream movie has a different killer. And it's always a different reason that they're killing.
Okay. So it's like picking up the mantle from your hero. Got it.
Yes, and it makes it worse because in the movies, there are other movies called Stab that are movies based off of what happens in the first Scream movie, and that happens over and over and over again. And so it's not only these people picking up the mantle from the original killers, but rather it's these people who are like copycat killers in every single movie.
That's really good, actually. Yeah. That sucks. If that were real life, I don't want my spouse becoming a new person every 2 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
That's just too much change, too rapid for me.
Yeah.
That's not fun.
Also just really obsessed with like one particular girl, which kind of sucks.
Yeah. And if I'm not that girl, I want to be that girl and I don't want to be that girl, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
On the other hand, a ghost, pretty cool.
Could be anything, could be anyone, could have any motives, though.
Yeah, but, also transparent. That's cool.
Transparent, but also could leave you at any time because unfinished business gets finished and whoop, moved on.
But at least you know what that is. So, like, if it's like, I've never had a bit of honey, you just never eat a bit of honey, you know?
Yeah, maybe.
And you also get to have sex with a ghost, and everyone wonders what that's like. So, like...
All right, I'm putting ghost down. Damn it. All right, cool. All right, our next category is Michael Myers from Halloween and werewolves.
I'm curious to see what you think about this.
That was great. My favorite part was the accent work. If you like that, you gotta hear the rest of Party Planning by joining the Patreon at patreon.com/jointhepartypod.